Hello everybody. This is going to be my first video on this channel. You guys can call me Ghost, because when I'm on this channel, when I'm recording, and when I'm posting, that's my name. You guys don't really need to know me by much else. What I plan to do for this channel is something I haven't exactly seen very much of on YouTube, especially as of recently. I intend to do unedited and raw footage. So, because gaming isn't always something super entertaining, it isn't something that always captures your attention 24/7. Sometimes gaming is just kind of sitting there. And I intend to, capture that, and I hope to embody that within my channel and within my videos. And whether I become the top YouTuber in the States or in the world, or whether I, maintain zero, subscribers, whatever. This truly isn't for money. This truly isn't for clout. This is truly just, it's always been a dream of mine to do this. And I truly hope that you guys will come along with me for my journey. So today, we are going to be playing Balatro. Balatro is, kind of think of it of a roguelike gambling game. From what I've seen of it, it doesn't exactly follow any particular gambling rules. It has the basic hands, and then it has a few kind of modified ones. Personally, I love the game. This is not my first time playing it, but I did restart, so this is a new save for it. There's tags. Every time you skip a blind, you get a tag. There's different types of tags. Some give you money, some help you in the boss blind, which is the very last one right there. You can see for that one, I have to play 5 cards. And so with that, it kind of makes it a little bit harder because I'm wasting more cards. Even if I want to end up using them for a later hand, I can't exactly do that. So bosses tend to be the end of runs for this game. And yeah, that's basically all it is. I'm going to skip that first one because that means I get an extra $25 when I beat the last guy. And I can use that money in order to, just kind of buy stuff. There's a store at the end of each round, and you guys are going to, see that after this and the boss one. I've personally been playing this game for a minute now. I find it super fun, super relaxing, and I definitely recommend checking it out if, you're able to, if you find the time to. It is definitely a recommendation of mine. And yeah, so we're just gonna kind of play now. You can see right here, I got a straight, because, that's what a straight is. It's just going basically in numerical order. And yeah, and then, yeah. So that got me enough to, beat that guy. So now this is the shop. It comes with 2 things up here, 2 packs, and a voucher that re-rolls every single boss blind. This voucher really isn't that good, so I don't buy it. Buffoon packs give you jokers. Jokers give you multipliers, chips, or sometimes each just do their own special thing. So with this one, I get a +10 multiplier if I play a flush. I'm not using flushes. Flushes are actually kind of hard to get, especially early game. So it's not really that useful for me. But this one only happens if I get a straight flush, which that's even harder to get. So in this case, a flush would be better to get. And other than that, there's not really much I can buy in this one. So now I just kind of got to go through this guy and realistically hope for the best. It's a very likely chance that I just kind of lose the little run I have going here, and then I have to restart. Which it really isn't that big of a deal. I literally just started this run, so I personally don't care about it too much. You can see right here, I got a flush, and that's perfect because I also get the 10 multiplier for it. So that got me like 1,000 chips. I only needed like 600. So it's perfect. And now I got more money for it. This gives me +1 hand size, not number of hands. In the bottom left, you can see I have a certain number of hands and a certain number of discards. And hand size is how many cards are in that hand. This will give me, well, obviously, you can read it. I don't have to explain everything, but 1 multiplier for every tarot card I've used. But this one will give me, or create a tarot card if I have less money. But there's a little thing on it, holographic, that gives it a base multiplier of 10. So every single time this is going to go off, and I'm going to get a 10 multiplier. So realistically, this is going to be better for me, especially early game. And then with this, I'm just going to want to save my money, and I'm just going to kind of play through what I can right now. You can see here, I used a hand because I was out of discards, and it would be realistically more beneficial for me to use a hand instead of just playing what I have right now in order to try to get something better. So issue, ooh, okay, I got a 2 pair right here. I don't get the 10 multiplier for the flush, but I do get the 10 multiplier from the holographic on this. So that gave me barely enough. And yeah. Again, realistically nothing here, but I do need multipliers. So this is a situation where I would rather re-roll and try to get stuff. This one is personally like my second favorite Joker. If it comes up, I'll point it out what my first one is. Every blind I play, I get 2 common Jokers. This allows me to just kind of cycle through whatever ones I have. And you can see here, I got 2. This gives me 12 if I got a 3 of a kind, and another 12 if I have a straight. Again, they're basically identical to this, the flush. So these are all part of kind of like the same pack. And yeah, so realistically, these aren't probably going to help me a whole lot, but they are there. So it is always nice. Because if you end up playing one of those, then, I mean, you get that multiplier, you know? And you always want that. See right here, I have a 3 of a kind. So this is going to go off. Paired in with this, so I'm going to get a plus 22 multiplier. Then plus the base 3. So that's a lot more. The multipliers in this game are definitely when the numbers kind of start going a little crazy. And personally, I love games like that. Games where the numbers kind of just keep going higher and higher and higher. It's, I don't know. I find it fun watching the numbers climb up like that. You see right here, I got a flush. And now this guy's going to go off too. And see, I got way more than I needed to get for that guy. Celestial packs give me planet cards, and each kind of hand has a planet associated with it. And if I were to, let's say I pick Mars, this will upgrade my 4 of a kind, and I would get a slightly better base 4 of a kind. None of these are realistically too good, so I'm just gonna go for flush because I have the one guy, and flushes are realistically one of the easiest things here. Well, out of those ones, but yeah. So you got 3 hearts, so I would want to go for a flush on hearts. See, now I'm able to get a flush for you, and I got the Jupiter before, so now I get more flushes plus the 10. So that gave me a lot right there. Then I have a lot more diamonds, so I would want to go for diamonds now. This game is relatively simple. You get the hang of it pretty fast. Again, like I said earlier, obviously I have played this game a lot, but it is still a relatively easy game to catch on to. For me personally, I like just kind of buying the planets just when they appear. Because I mean, you don't always get to throw down the hand that you want to. So having kind of a little like backup option does help a lot. See right there, that gave me a Joker that added polychrome to it. And polychrome, it is a 1.5 times multiplier. It doesn't add a multiplier, it is a multiplier. So at the end of everything, it multiplies it by 1.5. And then plus the base of whatever it does. And then I have a lot of money here. And again, I do need stuff. So I'm going to want to re-roll and buy this because this gives me a bunch of chips. And that's always real good. Realistically, nothing else there is pretty good. I'm going to skip this because this gives me a Mega Buffoon pack, which I get to choose 2 of these. I'm gonna get this one because that gives me the flushes, and again, the flushes are always good. And then I'm gonna grab you because I tend to use a lot of my discards. See right here, I got a flush, so that's always good. See, that was a lot more than what I actually needed. Two pair is another really good thing to go down, especially for these early decks, because it's realistically something you're going to be able to get a lot. But right now, purely because I can, I want to go for straights. But again, you're not always going to be able to, or not straights, flushes, but again, you're not always going to be able to go down what you want to. So having a little kind of like backup plan definitely ends up helping. So they have a 2 pair right here. I'm not gonna play it actually. I'm gonna make a pretty risky move and get rid of these. Okay, see, that did pay off. I gotta play 10s and 4s. So I'm gonna play all this stuff and I'm gonna get a flush, which will give me this. Yeah. Then, obviously, another Buffoon pack. Joker's always good. I'm gonna grab this, because it's just basically a free multiplier, but there's always a chance that it gets destroyed. So that is kind of a downside of it. But, I mean, especially with where I'm at right now, it is always pretty good to have. And I'm gonna play these 2 actually, because I need more stuff from the shop. And I have a lot of diamonds, so I'm actually gonna keep those. Just gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna get rid of everything else except for the diamonds. So then, no, I still don't have one. Damn. Okay, perfect. Okay, see, this is a negative Joker. It gives me 1 free slot for Jokers, so that's always pretty good. And if I buy this, you can see my Joker slots is maxed out, 5 out of 5. But if I buy it, it automatically goes up. So then it's 6 out of 6. And order for the Jokers does make a pretty big difference. So I'm actually going to move this guy over. So then at the end, it gets multiplied by the 1.5 instead of at the beginning. I think that's going to end up getting me a lot higher numbers than it was before. Again, play this one. I have 4 clubs right now, so I'm going to try to go for that. Okay, see, this is perfect. Now I got a flush, which my flush is at level 4. That's all that. See, I made 22,000 from that, and I only needed 75 or 7. I only needed a little bit. I didn't need that much. Okay. Other than that, I realistically don't need too much. Reorganizing it did give me a lot. Then at this, my spade cards are debuffed, which that sucks, but I can always just get rid of my spades. And they should hopefully, yeah, okay, see, that got me more than enough. I think I'm gonna try re-rolling. Okay, this gives me 2 pair. And this guy will give me a multiplier for every single time I've played whatever hand I've thrown up. So that's really good for certain decks, and especially if you're going for a specific thing, but you can look right here. I don't have very many. So my flushes are my highest one, and I've only played it 9 times. So if I buy this, I'm only going to get a multiplier of 9, although it would go up. But in comparison to a lot of my other things, it's not exactly very worth it, you know? These will give me 2 Mega Buffoon packs. So if I skip both of those. See right here, I don't have any uncommon jokers, so this is not gonna be very beneficial for me. That's not worth buying or worth getting. But these 2 are. This allows me to play the flushes, which I've already been going down, but with 4 cards instead of the 5. So that just makes it a lot easier to get them. I think I'm gonna get rid of you because you're the 80 chip, so you're not as good. And other than that, I think I'm gonna get rid of you. Then I'm gonna skip this one too. Okay, rearrange these real quick. There's these, each king held in hand gives me a multiplier. This is one where it is kind of, it feels weird to skip, but sometimes you do have to do it. Yeah. And this one is actually one that's really hard, and I honestly might lose this one right now. Okay. Unless I can beat this guy in one hand, then I'm, again, probably gonna lose. Okay. Now I have to play this. It's a flush, But the issue is after this, the rest of the cards are going to be face down. So I just kind of got to hope that I can. Ugh. Okay, see, so that's a problem. Because I need a lot more. I need, what, 4 if I say? I need, yeah, 6,000. And that's going to be fairly hard to get. In situations like this, you can realistically only hope for the best. See, I got a flush there, so that's perfect. And that's where this is actually really, really good, because I can play it with 4 cards. This guy, he allows me, or this voucher, I can now re-roll the boss, but only one time, and it does cost me money. So if I end up bidding a lot, you can see right there, that's the needle, which that guy is, he's fairly difficult, although I don't think I'm gonna need to re-roll him, because I think I can get more than enough and not have to do it. See right here, we got a straight flush, which I believe that's better. Let me look real quick. Yeah, our straight flush is better. So then we would, you know, want to play this instead. And boom, I got 24,000 right there. So that would have also been enough to beat the needle. That is also another pretty good thing. Right there, I got a flush. That was only 18,000 though. Here, got another flush. I also just realized that I was missing a Joker the entire time, so I could have been doing a lot better. Okay, with this, I only need 20,000. So I kind of gotta focus a little bit more for this guy. You can see I have a lot of clubs, so I'm gonna try to go for clubs. And realistically, it's a situation where discards don't really matter as much, because you're just trying to survive, you know? Like, at the end of the day, you do only get one hand, so using your discards realistically not that big of a deal. You can see right here, I can get a nice straight flush, because I only need the 4 cards. I'm going to play this, and hopefully it's going to be enough. See, right there, it wasn't. Now that does actually really suck, because I was doing pretty good, but that is just how this game is. So, it's whatever. But that is going to be the end. I think this video is long enough. I don't want to keep you waiting. You're busy, I'm busy. So it's whatever. But that's going to be the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to be back soon.